Hello and welcome to the Legends of Tabletop podcast. We are slowly losing one of our, our investigators. We are going to be playing Call of Cthulhu tonight. Oscar is working on some of his convention games for the 2026 convention circuit. So if you plan on playing in one of those games, maybe just bookmark this, come back later after you've played to see how poorly or how well you've done. But we're happy tonight. We're excited to have Keeper Chad and Keeper John back on the show. It's been a long time. Welcome back, fellas.
So this is
thank you so much.
Special Legends of Tabletop Miskatonic University podcast holiday crossover event.
We've got all new characters tonight. Jesse and I will be playing different folks tonight. Harry and Georgie are taking a break. So yeah, I'll kick it over to Oscar. We'll get some background info. We'll, I guess, intro the characters and we'll jump into it.
Okay, so I'm happy to be back. I know I said I wasn't going to be back for a while, but that kind of went pear-shaped. So I'm just happy to be hanging out with my friends and playing some Call of Cthulhu. This is a 1920s adventure, tentatively titled. And for those who intend to play this and they're going to listen to think that they've got an unfair advantage, I'm probably going to change a whole bunch of stuff from the playtests, so it might not make any difference.
And we screw everything up anyway, so.
Hey, look, you want the adventure to be broken during playtest. Not during the con. Right. So if it's gonna get messed up, this is the time for it to happen, and I'll be happy about that. So this adventure is called what did I name this yet again? Beast of the Beautiful Valley. And it begins with our team of fairly newly minted investigators. They've only gone on one adventure. Chasing down a rat thing loose in a hospital in Ithaca. But we will do that prequel another time. So they are fairly new, and we are basing this in north and northwestern New York State, in Genesee County, which is, western New York. And they have stumbled upon a very interesting news story from the Buffalo Courier Express. Which is handout 1. Do you guys want me to share it on the screen? I'm not sure if I can do that, but
Technically you can. Uh-oh. He took himself right out of the call.
What's this button do?
There's a screen. Okay. Does that mess up your layout? You don't have an overlay or anything. So
no, we don't. We don't do anything fancy.
Good for you. Yeah.
Fuck all of that.
Fuck that.
Too much work. Hey, there he is.
Professionalism. I'm a spaz when it comes to this, so I apologize.
Well, now you know what that button does.
All right, so maybe one of you wants to pull up the handout and you can share it on the screen. Don't trust me to do it.
Well, does our news reporter want to read the article?
Or someone can read the article. It is from the Buffalo Courier Express, which I did research, and it did exist at this time.
In our chat, I see something, but it eventually cuts off. So I don't think I have the whole thing.
I emailed it. I emailed it to everybody.
Oh, look at that.
Actually, I replied to the invite from.
Well, look at that. All right. Campers maimed by mysterious monster. 3 men camping in Oak Orchard Swamp while on a birdwatching trip were attacked by the beast of Genesee County. This is the 4th sighting of this creature, and the 2nd reported attack. The men, Father Nathan McCown and his brother Max McCown and nephew Homer, reported being awoken by sounds of something moving about their camp in the middle of the night. They claimed to have seen a massive creature, hairless, walking on all fours with a huge head, trying to reach their supplies, which they hung in a tree to protect it from wildlife. They then say that they tried to back away from the creature, but the creature charged them, maiming both Max and Homer. Before Father Nathan managed to fire several shots at the creature, scaring it off. The authorities are still trying to locate the beast, but lost its trail near Oak Orchard. The father and son are recovering from their injuries in Krause Hospital, and a reward of $100 is being offered for the creature, dead or alive, by the McCown family.
So, Dudley, Butterfield, you have I believe you run a small press newspaper?
Correct. Dudley Butterfield, known as Butters with his friends. Butters owns and runs and writes the Allegheny Rumor Mill, a small nickel weekly that comes out. What most people don't know is, as they read the mill, as he calls it, it appears to be staffed by Chad Rockman, who writes for sports, Kathy Silvers, who does the advice column Ask Kathy, Teddy Gritt writes all the news, and Howard Clearview provides all the weather. But what no one knows, or most people don't realize, is that Butters writes the entire thing. Those are all pseudonyms.
And where's your office?
Well, it's in the palatial space below his mother's house, where he also lives. Butters lives with his mother. He's a very big mama's boy, and when he's not making things up for the mill, he's helping his mother.
Gotcha. Okay, and I'll let your companions introduce themselves.
Chad, you want to go?
Sure. I will be playing the part of Vivian Shaw, a nurse who works at the now named Ithaca City Hospital in the 1920s. She is originally from Kingsport, Massachusetts. Born in Vermont. She is definitely a nurse, but has aspirations to be kind of a crime solver using forensics. She has not very many skills in that direction, but she tries really hard, and she has a penchant for the weird, so I'm calling her as character class Weird Nurse.
Nice. Jesse?
I am going to be playing Patrick McCormick. He is a first-generation Irish immigrant, initially from Boston, now lives in and around New York. He's in the tail end of his boxing career, being in his... he's 42 now, so he survived this long, basically playing as an undercard, but kind of needs something new to pay the bills, and being a hired a hired scrapper basically is how he makes most of his living at this point.
Nice. All right, I'll be playing Winston Adler. He's an occult bookseller. He's 32 years old. He's originally from Jersey City, New Jersey. He's now located up in Buffalo, New York. He is relatively tall and solid. His ideology is that there's something out there, and he wants to find out what it is. He has his own bookstore. It's called the Eldritch Exchange. The store has an adjoining apartment, I guess probably upstairs, so he more or less lives at the store. His treasured possession is a lazy gray tomcat named Jasper, and he can be found sleeping all about the store. His significant person is Sarah Cunningham. They had been an item, but realized they worked better as friends, and she works part-time at the shop.
Okay, so we will cue to the four of you pulling up. Well, how do you want to start your investigation? I will say there's not a lot of structure, so I'm prepared to follow your lead. I have plenty of material, so however you want to tackle this, have at it, boys.
The article out of the paper is really, really interesting, and I think I can build upon that and make it even more sensational. We should absolutely go see these men who are in the hospital and see if we can talk to them.
Well, I mean, I could hit the archives and see if there's any history, any folklore about the area to see if indeed there is perhaps any indigenous legends about a creature that inhabits such a space.
I wonder if there might be medical records of attacks and wounds that can't be explained. I'm going to look into some medical archives. And is it? Yeah, it's not Ithaca. Where are we going?
I believe the article said Genesee County.
Yes, Genesee County.
Oak Orchard Swamp, I believe, was where the men were attacked.
Yeah, Oak Orchard. They're at the Krause Hospital.
Yeah. I'd like to go there.
I'll go with you because I want to talk to these men and see if there's any other information that they didn't give to the other paper. Because I think I can be very convincing.
I think I'd go hit up a jaw house or something then. See if maybe we can see what the locals are talking about.
Well, you're not really sure where the attack the attack took place basically in like public land. So there aren't really any locals. And you don't really know much about this new sensational story, the Beast of Genesee County. It's just the stories have just started hitting the paper. This is like the first one that's hit anything other than the local paper. But you can make a idea roll, the old-fashioned no roll, and I can give you something in the about the area.
Let's see.
I forgot we're playing a game and we need dice.
36 is a hard success on N for me.
Okay. In Genesee County, there are in the area they were bird watching. It's there's tracts of public land. A lot of it is logging country. In this point, the two closest towns are Pembroke and Newstead, and they rest right outside of the Tonawanda Indian Reservation.
Can I have all three of those names again?
is in the area. It's the area nearest to where they were. This supposed attack took place.
It was Pembroke. What was the other town?
Pembroke and Newstead.
Newstead. And the name of the reservation?
Tonawanda.
Might be worth hitting up the reservation then and seeing if maybe they have any local lore or any ideas like that.
Well, I'm assuming that the individual who owns an occult bookstore may have some points in occult.
Yeah, for sure.
You can just roll. You said you wanted to see if there was anything.
It's an 18, which is going to be a success for sure. That is it's a hard success. Should I spend luck to make that an extreme? I feel like it's too early, right?
You want to start burning luck on the first roll ever with this character?
I mean, whatever.
It's never too early. Setting up for you.
Never too early. Spend it down.
No, I'll take the hard.
Okay, with a hard success, you do vaguely remember some kind of a hairless creature with an oversized head in local native folklore. But again, you're not an expert in Native American folklore or anthropology, but you do. It could be any number of creatures connected to this, but it's definitely smoke.
Okay. There are some indications in the indigenous lore that there is a large hairless creature with an oversized head. I couldn't find anything specific. It could be any number of creatures if you could believe it. But I mean, after the incident at the hospital, it could be something to it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something happening. Wink.
Be more demon rats. It's probably more demon rats.
Do you have any contacts at potential sway at the hospital, Vivian?
Yes.
Chad, roll luck.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
And remember, don't forget to check those skills.
Yeah, good call.
Yes. 39 under 60 for luck roll.
Is that a hard success or a standard success?
That would be standard. It's above my 30.
Okay, you know a couple of nurses that work there, and you can probably with that connection that'll definitely get you into the door. And with luck, you'll be able to just nonchalantly approach their room. Other than that, you would need to talk your way past someone to get access to these gentlemen.
But with my friends Betty and Martha, I could get through and get a guide.
Right.
Get some access. Great.
Right. Okay, so if you guys are okay, we can skip ahead to Krause Hospital, Part 1. Okay, with Vivian's contacts, you're able to get in. Was Betty and did you say Betty and Martha?
Sure. Yep. Yes, I did.
Sure.
I know them well.
and Butters is here as well.
Okay. Well, you're all here. They basically say, yeah, it's. They said it's the attack was fairly brutal and the recovery is not going as well as the doctors would like. So, they have offered a reward, and they've said if anyone comes asking about it, that they'd like to speak with them. They're very, Father McGowan is very anxious to have this not happen to anyone else.
Is the good father here as well? Is he with his brother and nephew?
Yes, he's been staying in the hospital. He's not injured, but he's been lingering and actually making the rounds and taking confession and communion to other people in the hospital just to keep himself busy. Nice gentleman. You probably won't get much out of Homer. You'll understand when you see him. And they bring you to the room, and you see two beds. Actually, you see one guy in a chair, and the other younger gentleman is in very bad shape. When you look over, 1 second. There is a man. His face is covered in bandages, and he is missing his left hand. His jaw is wired shut.
Ooh.
He appears to be heavily sedated, and he has a tracheotomy.
Oh boy.
So everyone but Vivian make a sand check.
Made it.
Pass. Hard pass.
Made it. Patty?
I know it's a pass. It is a pass.
Did you make your sand check, Patty?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so no loss, but it definitely stopped you in your tracks. And the other gentleman looks up. He has 2 black eyes. His nose is heavily bandaged, and Patty, oh, broken nose, been there.
You're right. Yeah.
Two black eyes and a broken nose. Yeah, you've been there. The arm is bandaged in a sling. He is sitting in a chair, and he looks up, and the nurse, Nurse Betty, comes in and says, Mr. McGowan, these people would like to speak with you. They've come asking about what's happened, and I believe they may be interested in the reward. And he says, "Oh, yes, of course." And he gets up, and as he gets up, he just like winces. You see, he's no longer in like a hospital gown. He's probably able to be released, but he's not leaving the hospital because his son is in, very bad shape.
No, sir, please take your seat.
He says, "No, of course."
Please relax.
And he shakes everyone's hands and please call me Max. And he asks, "Betty, could you bring in a couple of chairs for our guests?" And she says, "Of course, sir." And they bring in some chairs, and he sits back down heavily. And he pats his son's hand and says, "Homer, some people are here to speak with us. I'm gonna talk to them, but I'm gonna be right here." And the kid doesn't even respond. He's just there's an IV drip there. And he says, "So how can I help you? You have some questions. You're interested in going after this thing?"
Yes. I'm so sorry for your son, but can you describe the creature? Was it a bear?
At first, I thought it was a bear. That's why we hung the supplies. But it most certainly wasn't. I mean, it was hairless. It's just massive, bigger than any bear I've ever seen in the area, and I've seen a few. I mean, we're my brother and I have been birders since we were teenagers, and got my son into it. His son looks probably 18, maybe 19. And he said that usually you back away, you fire a gun in the air, a black bear will it'll run. They're not aggressive creatures, but this one, as soon as he saw us, it charged. I really couldn't tell you too much about the attack. It just dove onto my son. I rushed at it with my knife. I think I stabbed it a couple of times, and then it just swiped at me. I don't even remember the blow connecting. I woke up in the hospital.
Who found you?
Some police were in the area, thank God, and they heard my brother's shots, so they came running over. But I wish I had more information. I don't want to say things secondhand, but my brother Nathan's in the area. He's probably on the floor. We can ask the nurse to send him over if you'd like to speak with him.
Was he there at the time?
Oh yes, he saved both of our lives. He's the one who drove it off.
Yeah, we definitely would like to speak to him if
Of course. And he gets up and he leans out and he says, "Betty, could you see where my brother is and tell him we have some visitors?" And she says, "Of course." And about 10 minutes later, you're waiting, and then the doctor comes in.
Well, I have some questions while we're waiting.
Okay.
So after he talks to the nurse, Butter says, "Can you tell us more about where you were camped? How far did it take? Did you hike to get to your campsite? Were you there multiple evenings before this occurred?
This was the first
Are there
night.
any landmarks that you were nearby?"
He says, I can point it out on a map. It's not too far off a hiking trail. It was our first night there. We were probably only about, I guess, maybe 4 miles away from our car. We parked in the lot, and no, we've camped there before. Again, I mean, we know there are animals in the area, so we did take our precautions. My brother had a handgun in case we needed to fire some warning shots, and thank God we had a first aid kit. We like I said, my brother and I have been camping and bird watching since our teen years. We kind of know what we're doing, which is why this, like I said, this wasn't a bear. From a distance, it might have looked like one, but it did not act like one. This thing came at us like a shark.
I mean, it could have mange, perhaps, right? I mean, a hairless bear with mange would be out of its mind, and
its head. I mean, its head was almost like a crocodile's head. It was just massive, like oversized, out of proportion from its body. Look, I know I sound crazy, and I'm sure from the story in the paper, everyone thinks we're crazy, but I know what I saw. This thing, it wasn't a bear. I got up close to it. I stabbed it. Anyway, the doc, and he starts to drift off, and then a doctor comes in.
I'd like to. Okay, I just want to insinuate myself into the care of it's Homer is in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just to sort of like I'm doing little maintenance things. Definitely not trying to actually doing care, but also
make a medicine roll.
Yeah. Oh, that is not good. Hold on.
Oh, hurt when I touched the bone?
No, but it's a success. 59. I've got good medicine.
Okay.
Yeah. Flatline.
You're looking over at some of the superficial injuries that aren't as well bandaged up, and you realize that he's been here for a few days. A lot of these wounds should have scabbed over by now.
Okay.
And you're looking and you don't see signs of infection. Like you put your hand on him, like he's not burning up with fever, but he's healing very slowly. And a lot of these scars that the skin is just not knitting, like the stitches on some of the wounds, and they appear to be like just not knitting. So if this kid survives, and it does look like he will survive, he is going to be horribly disfigured.
Is there seepage?
Again, it's strange because there's not. It doesn't look like it's pussy. It doesn't look like it's infected. But for some reason, he is just not. These wounds are just not healing as they should. And the doctor comes in and he says, "You're not one of our staff."
No, I'm a friend of Betty and Martha, and I know that this is a busy time. I'm just helping out. It does look like this feed is getting a little low.
Make a charm check.
Sure. Is that a thing I do? Barely.
This will be a chance to get better at it.
Yes, that is I got it. 33 under 35. Yeah.
See?
Nice.
See?
Yeah.
He says, I'm Dr. Baker, and you are?
Hi, my name's Vivian Shaw. I work at the Ithaca City Hospital, and I've never seen anything like this before.
And he says, I know. And he kind of waves you over to the corner.
Okay.
And he says, so what's your assessment?
Very strange. The healing isn't right. there should be seepage. There should be already some platelet material
Yeah, he
knitting
says
together.
you've been running tests for 2 days. These wounds are just we don't think they're infected. We don't know why they're not closing the way they should. They are closing. I mean, he is healing, but we expected a lot better. As horrific as some of these wounds look, they're not that deep, and some of them are pretty superficial. These stitches should be holding, but it's like his body is just. It's like he's healing as if he was in his 60s.
Oh, it's so strange. And there's
Yeah.
no clotting here. Maybe some kind of immune disorder, thrombocytopenia, or maybe it's anemia.
He says if he doesn't turn a corner in a few days, we're probably going to bring in an expert. We've already been consulting with a few of my colleagues in Columbia University. They'll be up at the end of the week. But
suppresses feeling slightly hurt that my expertise has not been brought to bear already, but understood. Well, that would be wonderful. I am sure that they are up on many of the recent journals on the subject, and I'd like to hear what they have to say.
yes, it's a very interesting case. I'd be more excited if I wasn't severely concerned about this young man's future. He's going to look like a war veteran.
That's
And
awful.
I mean, he's only 18. I can't imagine what this is going to affect the rest of his life. But my concern is just to get him healed.
What's your assessment of the physical, the mechanics of the wounds? What are we seeing here as far as
It's
if it's a beast?
It's clearly an animal attack.
Right. But bear, I mean, look at the paw. I size up my hand against one of the wounds. That doesn't look like bear, does it?
No, it's a large bear, but yeah, I've treated bear attacks. I mean, I wouldn't expect a black bear to cause this kind of injury. And we don't have brown bears in this area, thank goodness, but this would be more akin to a grizzly attack.
I suppose. I'm puzzled.
We all are. But again, I'm not out there hunting this creature. I'm just trying to pick up the pieces of its victims.
Would you mind if I started a journal and maybe started collecting some data on the healing rates? And
Not at all, as long as you're willing to share it with our researchers when they arrive later.
Absolutely. I would love to share my work with the researchers.
Well, I've got other rounds. I just wanted to make sure that he was doing well. She changes out an IV bag and gives him a preliminary examination, and then proceeds upon his rounds. Did anybody have questions for this doctor before he left the room?
Not for the doctor. During that conversation, Butters is basically going to just kind of be sitting with Max and going, "Oh, you've been through so much, and just relax and thank you for your time." But what he's really doing is he's trying to do a visual assessment of Max to see if he is displaying any signs of strangeness. Does he have any weird markings on him? Does he, are his eyes two different colors? Does he have a white streak in his hair? I mean, I'm trying to see if there's any kind of oddness about him.
On who?
Max, the dad.
No, not at all.
Okay.
All right. Father Nathan comes in, and he appears unharmed. He's the younger of the two brothers by a few years, so he comes in and says, basically looks at his brother and says, "Max, you shouldn't be." I said, "You need to sit down. You're still healing as well." And he goes, "I'm fine, Nathan." And he says, "Miss, gentlemen, I'm Father Nathan. You've met my brother and my nephew. How can I help you? You're here about the bounty?"
Yes, we're here to gather some information. Can you walk us through what happened on that day? Had you seen anything before? Did the creature? Was there any particular smell? Were you aware of anything before this creature attacked?
No, it was a day like any other. We've hiked this area before. We're familiar with it. You know, we took our precautions. You know, we heard movement. We exited the tent. We saw what we thought was a bear trying to get at our hung supplies. And as soon as it heard us, it turned and charged. It tackled my nephew. My brother drew his knife and tried to intervene. I ran back into the tent and I got my 45. I fired at it. It looked like it had been shot before, because of the lack of hair. You know, once I came out with a flash, you know, I grabbed the lantern and my pistol. So when we had a little light, I could see that it was scarred, buckshot, I guess, but it didn't look like it was hurt at all. I saw my brother stab it. I fired several times. Once it, you know, not at first. My brother was, you know, brave as he is, can't wrestle a bear. After it swatted him away, it cleared my line of fire, and I was able to. I guess I missed. It was dark. I thought I hit it. But when it heard the sound, it just turned to me. I thought it was going to charge. And then it just kind of loped off into the woods. I guess it found easier prey. There was a white-tailed deer off to the side. It stamped its foot a couple of times, distracted it after I shot, and they both ran off into the woods. And luckily, there was a police officer in the area. It couldn't have been 10 minutes after I fired the shot. He came with a couple of deputies, and they were able to apply first aid and help carry my nephew out of the, down to our car, and we all got over to the hospital. They even, broke down our camp and packed all the stuff up and brought us to the hospital. It was really super nice of them.
So there was a deer there as well. Did the deer look like it was normal?
Well, it wasn't hairless. I mean, it looked like a normal deer. It's not uncommon to see them in the area. Moving around at night is pretty uncommon. They usually bed down. But whatever. I was happy for the distraction. It seemed to help distract the creature and draw it away.
Do you happen to remember the names of the super nice police officers that you spoke with?
Hold on. Yes, Kegley, I believe, Detective Kegley.
From
Pembroke, I believe, the Pembroke Police Station. I have his card here.
Oh, wonderful.
And
so, Oscar, just so I'm not missing anything, this guy is he a priest?
He is a priest.
Yeah, all right.
What Max?
When you look at him, he does not look like a priest. He is pretty sturdy. He has a pretty sturdy build.
Yeah.
And he's not yet 30. He's probably like 28, 29. He's pushing 30, but he's not yet 30.
It's a cool priest. Sits backwards on chairs.
Plays the guitar.
Plays the guitar.
His brother says he didn't miss. My brother never misses.
About what time did the bear attack?
Oh, it was after midnight, sometime between 12 and 2, I think. I mean, everything happened so fast. It was a blur. None of us were checking our watches.
So, Father, let me get this right. So the bear, not bear, it attacked the kid, went after your brother.
No, my brother went after it, and he just swatted my brother away like he was a rag doll.
But you shot it, but it didn't go after you.
It turned after I emptied the clip into it.
But it didn't charge you nothing.
No, it looked over at me, and then when it saw the deer, it bit my nephew's hand off and ran off with it.
Oh.
And now I'm assuming, you being a man of the cloth and such, and he'll reach under his shirt and pull out. He has like a rope, like a little piece of twine with just a pewter cross on it. And it's like, were you packing?
Yes. Really, it's just for protection, but I guess force of habit. He says, I was a chaplain overseas. And Max says, that's why he doesn't miss. He said, I slammed my knife into it and it didn't shed a drop of blood.
Huh.
And,
Did it break
and
the
you,
skin? But didn't. Yeah.
It's like he didn't even notice. I might as well have been a fly on him. The doctor comes back in and says, gentlemen, these patients need their rest, and it is far beyond visiting hours. Can I speak with you all in the hallway a moment?
of course.
Sure.
We appreciate your time.
Okay. The doctor basically says that, these men have been through a severe trauma, and such shocks can cloud the mind. Look, if you just look over at this man's son, you can realize how much pain this family is in. So I would really take much of what they're saying with a grain of salt. It was dark, it was chaotic, it was traumatic. But yeah, I don't think, there's anything unusual. This was a bear attack. Even the local police I spoke to said that there were bear tracks in the area. So,
Did you
again,
speak to Detective Kegley?
Yes, he's been in several times to question the man, and I was able to question him.
Your sense is that Detective Kegley believes it was a bear, and it's
Well,
not
yeah.
unusual.
Right. Again, I said they tracked the creature, and it was a bear, a large bear, larger than a black bear, which is native to the area. But I believe they're looking for it.
Does his body language or tells indicate any deception?
Make a psychology check.
I'm surprised you asked for that.
Can I make that check?
Yes.
Butters will too.
Great.
Ooh, I think that's actually gonna fail.
I gotta fail.
Yeah, I fail.
Yeah, Butters
14
is looking
points
the
is
other
too
way.
much.
Damn.
Nobody? Okay. You didn't see anything. Okay.
I'm scanning, like, it's just because of our previous thing is like as we're walking out, like my eyes are sort of like flicking along the runners. Just I'm uncomfortable in the hospital, and I'm just sort of like keeping an eye out for like a weird rat creature. But I elbow Patrick and I say, you may be right. A deer along with the bear. I mean, I think that going over to the reservation may be beneficial for the investigation. There are any number of myths associated with deer women and things such as this.
Also, you had mentioned something about like an animal with a big head. Kind of, it's maybe sounds like it maybe matches up a little bit.
I will allow you to roll a cult now that you've gotten some more information and a first-hand witness account.
I got a 99.
Ooh,
Suck.
that's
You're
fun.
fairly certain this was the work of the Loch Ness Monster.
I think there up in New York here, there's a creature. It's akin to Nessie, but it's specific to the New York area. There actually is a thing. I forget what the fuck
There
it's called.
is. Isn't Champy in?
Oh, Champy.
Yeah, Champion,
Yeah,
Lake
yeah, yeah.
Champlain. Yep.
In Lake Champlain, perhaps, but I mean that's not it's not here in the creature. I mean, it would be far to travel for an aquatic being, but
Okay.
I mean, it could match up. I mean, it should have a very large head, long
You
neck
taking the
as
piss
well.
out of me right now?
No.
Well,
I mean,
yeah. What I'm trying to say. So, did you notice? So we got a father there, right?
Mhm.
And did you notice any hardware around the necks of the other two?
I didn't notice.
Well, I'm saying, I don't know what we might be running into, but I'm thinking maybe it had a disinterest in the father there because of maybe his higher connection.
I'm not sure. The way he explained it, that the creature turned to look at him after he emptied his magazine, as he so eloquently put. But it was at that point that the deer chose to stamp her foot and draw the creature away, it would seem.
It's possible that the creature is a good Christian and didn't want to attack the father.
Yeah. Yeah. Write that down in your paper.
Is the
I'm going to.
Maybe not exactly what I was going for, Butters, but
I think you're onto something. I'll make sure you get the credit that's due.
So we have a location, right? We have somewhat of a guide on how to find this place.
yeah, you could find you could get back to the scene. They've given you they pointed things on maps and so it wouldn't be difficult to find.
We could also call that cop as well.
Yeah, I think we should anyway.
Yeah, and then we can either meet up since we have a car, or if you want to just talk to him on the phone to see if we get a better pinpoint, or maybe he could take us out there.
That sounds good to me. I'd at least like to talk to him in person for reasons I'm not quite sure I can put my finger on yet.
I would say psychological reasons.
Okay, so
Maybe
when
after we
you
talk to
try
the
and
detective, we can go
get
to
him on the phone, I'm assuming you're gonna call the station.
I'd
so
rather talk to him in person if possible. Is
well,
that
you can drive over to Pembroke. It's not far from where you are.
all right with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
fine.
not driving.
We should talk to the police and then go to the reservation before we go out to the woods.
I agree.
Okay, so you head over to the Pembroke police station, and I will need all of you to make a luck check. Tell me if any of you get a hard success.
I don't mind
No.
doing that with this character. Son of a bitch.
I have a standard success, but not a hard.
Nope.
Okay, Detective Kegley is not in the office. They tell you he is working an assignment, but he should be back around dinner time to check in. And if you wanted to leave a message or come back at that time, he would usually be coming back with the deputies, probably around 5:30.
What time is it now?
It's not. It's you probably about 2 or 3 hours from now.
Probably
Should we
not
get
enough
some
time
food?
to head to the reservation and come back.
No, definitely not.
Oh, we could get some dinner.
I don't know if we necessarily need to have the talk to the police first. What if we just go to the reservation and then head into the woods?
To do what? I mean, who are you going to speak to?
At the reservation?
I mean, 1920 shit. I don't know. Would they even let us in? Right? Like it's. I'm not saying we shouldn't go. I don't know what the.
Well, I think the reservation was more getting a feel for the local lore. But it's not really necessarily giving us any hard and fast information to go on.
So I need everyone to, while you're loitering outside the police station looking for a spot to probably grab a meal, I need everyone to make a spot hidden. Well, first make a luck check.
Nope.
Ooh,
Even when I
odd
have luck,
7.
I can't make it.
I got it. Odd 7. Extreme.
Okay.
Standard success.
I will be sending over another email.
Ooh.
So you see, or you will see if I ever get this to work. I'm not going to try and share the screen. Sure. Just bear with me a moment. Of course, it's not happening.
God, it's like your first time streaming with us.
I know, it's pathetic. All right, I'm just going to drop it in the chat. As you're kind of like just talking about the local events and that sort of thing, you notice a newspaper story, a local newspaper story. There's a paper boy, selling papers, and there's one of the top stories is this.
Pembroke's got its own rag.
No, this is a Buffalo paper.
Ah,
All right. Hold on. He goes over, puts a nickel in, grabs the paper out of the thing, or gives it to the kid. He says, "There's a kid there." This is the Buffalo Courier Express. Accused murderer hangs himself before trial. A local Seneca man, Kevin Jemison, hung himself shortly after signing his confession to the rape and murder of his cousin Janet Herron in a drunken stupor. After turning himself in confession, in an apparent wave of guilt, he attacked several police officers and had to be restrained. He was placed in a cell to await meeting with a lawyer, but hung himself before the court-appointed counsel could be assigned. Sheriff Collins of the Newstead Police Department gave a statement. This brings the tragic turn of events to a close, as both the attacker and the victim were both minors. Oh, that's terrible. It also highlights the dangers of illegal alcohol, especially among those living in the Tonawanda Indian Reservation. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their family. They've been saying thoughts and prayers all this time. He shakes his head.
So, did anyone make a hard success?
Mine was extreme.
Yours was extreme.
Yeah, I had no 7.
You can. There's something else happens before.
something else.
Black cat.
As you're going through the paper and reading this story about the a local case. Hold on 1 second. This is all new material, so
Yeah, no
give me a
worries.
second.
it's tragic the way that they put these indigenous folks in these reservations, and now slander and just saying that that these people are inclined to alcoholism and murder. It's just yellow journalism.
Okay. As
Tell you what, I know exactly where they're coming from when it comes to that kind of slander.
As you guys are kind of looking at the paper and grabbing a snack, a black and white squad car turns on. Like 2 cops get in, they turn on the lights, and they go speeding off down the block, and they turn a corner. But and you see that they're like on their way to a call, and somebody like comes running up the street and tells the paper boy something. You'll need to make a listen roll to
And should be good at.
I'm just going to assume I'm not rolling under 80 all night. No.
gotcha.
I got a regular success.
You hear that someone they're basically responding to a call that someone broke into the Woolworths over on Main.
Yeah. Hey, Dudley, is there a story there?
You bet. Let's get down there, boys.
Okay, you get down there, and you see that the police are taking statements. They're kind of taping off the area, and they're speaking to a couple of the workers. So you would need to get close enough to eavesdrop or insinuate yourself into the situation.
Butters will have a handmade press badge that he clips to his jacket.
You better have some points in fast talk for that nonsense. I'll allow it if you can pull it off.
And he approaches to try and talk his way. American press coming in. American press.
All right, roll your fast talk.
Yes. Let's see. I really want to make this. So.
Oh yes, spend it.
You betcha.
And,
I'm gonna have to spend 24 points of luck.
Oh,
Ooh,
boy.
Whoa,
Dude.
wow.
Maybe have
For-
someone else try.
For a standard success.
we got to have one person with bad luck.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it. I spent the 24 points of luck to have a standard success.
Yeah.
Oh dear
I
God!
support this.
Man after my own heart.
This is
Yes.
you're lawn darting this. You're playing him like it's a con round. That's for sure.
Let me through. The
Drive
American
it like-
people need to know.
Okay,
I'm about to
so
break into Woolworths.
so the
High
owner
stakes.
says, okay, the deputy is here. He's like the most junior guy on the force.
Right,
Probably-
that's who I prey upon.
He was
Exactly.
he was like a desk jockey because all the real cops are out on some weird assignment. And basically he says, "Oh yeah, somebody." They say that there was a robbery, that somebody broke in through a window, and they didn't notice until they started to prep for lunch. And the owner is there and says, "Yes, thank goodness they didn't get into the register."
Huh. Anything else missing?
Describe this person, this criminal mastermind.
Oh, nobody saw anything. We just noticed that there was a lot of missing and damaged merchandise.
What kind of merchandise?
About a half dozen carpet bags, about 6 or 7 sets of women's clothing, a few pair of tall boots, and for some reason, 2 full 5-pound tins of oatmeal, and and about a dozen boxes of Washburn's Gold Medal whole wheat flakes, which eventually becomes Wheaties.
Nah.
They were all like eaten and destroyed.
Eaten and destroyed.
Yeah,
Um,
there's
Eaten on site.
there's oatmeal all over the place behind the lunch counter.
Okay.
Oh, not just theft. Wow.
As I am interviewing and taking notes with this junior cop, I'm also going to kind of look around and see if I see any hobo signs.
There are no hobo signs.
Okay.
But they do let you in because you did spend all of those luck points to get in. So you kind of see the what damage there is, and it's like, a broken window, some, broken into boxes of cereal, and everyone make a spot hidden check.
Ooh, this one might be able to do.
Hey, I succeeded.
I
No.
fail.
Success.
Hard success.
Hard success. In the oatmeal and the Wheaties crumbs, there are tracks. So if any of you have points in tracking, I will allow it.
Extra points? Because technically we all
Human
have 10.
tracks?
If anyone successfully rolls tracking, whether you have points in it or not.
Oh, I have 14. I'm going to spend 4 luck.
Okay.
I have 12 and I'm going to spend, I know we don't need 2, but I'm still going to spend it to have the success because I wanted to.
Because you want to check off tracking.
Fuck yeah. Well, I don't think you get the check if you spend
No.
luck, right? Yeah.
No.
Okay,
I'm just
so
spending 2 points.
this is what happens. Winston, you're like standard success, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You're like,
Same.
oh, there's some tracks here. And you're like, looks like the person was barefoot.
Hmm.
And Vivian, you're like, well, I have some tracks over here. And these look like deer tracks.
Oh, weird.
See, I told you it could be the deer woman. This is definitely... Dudley, this is a lead that we have to follow.
Dear woman.
You can call me Butters. We're friends.
When you see the list of what the police took down as stolen items, the sets of women's clothing, they were all long skirts.
Perhaps to conceal some strange feet.
Extra need.
She could perhaps be a shapeshifter. I don't think that's an uncommon mythology.
The owner of the store asks, this deputy, why didn't such and such or such and such come? And it says, oh, they're all on that special assignment. Real hush hush.
Such and such and such and such. Does that include our?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah. That's what caught your ear. He specifically mentioned Kegley.
Kegley. Okay. Special assignment. Hush hush. This is something we overhear
Yes.
between them. Amazing.
And you realize if this deputy had any sense about him, he wouldn't be speaking so loud about a special assignment.
Yeah. Right.
So his ineptitude is your blessing.
Yeah.
So as he's distracted with things that are going on, I kind of just want to sidle up to him and, tell him what a great job he's doing. He's a credit to the force. That they would leave someone like him in charge while Kegley was off, doing other things. Like, I'm just trying to build him up to try to milk him for some information. Like, oh, well, what could possibly be more important than a break-in in town? Blah 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 blah. I'd like to hit him with a persuade just to kind of get him talking.
Well, because you're not asking a specific question, you're just trying to get him talking. That would be charm.
Oh, I don't have that.
Well,
Oh
whose
no,
fault
I do.
is that?
No, charm. No, that was the thing. Charm is this thing that I do have. Yeah.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Not today, you
96.
don't.
Not today, I don't. God damn it! I have 70 in that.
He says, "Yeah, I'm usually
luck.
a desk jockey. It's kind of, you know."
I want to push it. I want to push it.
Yeah.
I lean in. I
Yeah,
shake
push it
out
real
a
good.
cigarette. I lean in. I kind of like, put an arm around it. Oh, you want a cigarette? I only like that for you, Yeah, 23. 23 under 70. So that's a hard, at least. Yeah, hard success.
So, so he just starts talking and he says that, usually I'm just, taking down statements and helping move around prisoners, but we're kind of shorthanded now because everybody's, working out in the field. There's, I don't have all the details of what's going on, but, they were able, some people from our department were able to, bring in those people that were attacked by that, by the that beast, the strange creature that's roaming around the swamps.
Oh, we heard about that. That's terrible. One kid's in terrible shape.
Yeah. I hear he had his whole arm ripped off.
His hand, I believe that it was. Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was the arm.
Well, it could have been. I could be mistaken. Oh, for sure.
Arm sounds much better.
Yeah. Story too good to fact check.
That's
something that
that's the
people
banner.
interpret.
Yeah, that's the banner under the Allegheny rumor mill. Is stories too good to fact check?
But it's in Latin, so it looks really official.
Yeah.
That's the seal of your paper.
And they didn't take you on such an important. I can't believe they didn't take you along with them. Where did they even go?
All right, now you're digging. So
Yeah.
he
I was
says,
trying to keep them talking.
He says, I really shouldn't say, I don't know all the details myself. And, they're trying to keep a lid on it so there's not a panic.
Why wild animal could create a panic, especially out here, where it's a little bit more rural.
He kind of like leans in and he says, it's got nothing to do with that. He says, I can't
It
say
wasn't a
anymore."
bear?
I can't say anymore. I love how he gives a little information. He's like, I can't. I just can't. I can't
No,
do
I
it.
mustn't.
I like this guy.
Look,
We should
every
take him to
home
dinner.
run is a pitcher's mistake, okay?
Can we offer to buy
You
this
found
guy
a bad
dinner?
pitcher.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just
All right, if you want more, you're gonna have to make that persuade check.
I would like to help, and I would like to try and persuade him.
Great.
I could be quite persuasive. Oh, all right. I will still spend. All right, I'm going to spend 11.
Do you have
luck.
any luck left?
Yep. I'm going to spend that 11 luck and be
Jesus
persuasive.
Christ.
Worth it. Worth it.
All right. He says that there's a murderer on the loose that has attacked several people and possibly kidnapped a few others.
Whoa.
He says, I don't have any other details, just that they needed somebody to stay in town in case there was any incidents, which, I fell into my first case. He says, I've got to get back to it. And he starts eagerly questioning all of the staff who really don't have any information other than somebody ate a whole bunch of, breakfast cereal and oatmeal and stole some women's clothes and carpet bags and boots.
How many victims? How many murder victims?
I mean, we have to assume that these two things are related, right? I mean,
Yes. Yes,
What-
indeed.
It would certainly be a better story.
I imagine it would be.
Well, I mean, if we have a lady that can turn into a deer, then, maybe we also have a person that can turn into a bear. So maybe murder, animal attack ain't necessarily separate cases.
Starting to add up.
So here at Woolworth's, is there a
It's
spinner
Woolworths,
rack?
is everything.
That's right. Is there a spinner rack that has a map?
You're muted, Oscar.
Yes, you can get a map.
All right. So I want to get a map of the area. I want to use the information that we gathered from like the family in the hospital, and the information that we've kind of cobbled together from the police, and I want to get an idea of the area of wilderness that we're looking at. Like where were they camping, and just kind of looking at this map, see if there's any kind of unusual landmarks that come out. Like, is there a lake or a mountain or a cave system, or some kind of anything that seems
Nothing really
noteworthy?
stands out. Nothing noteworthy. There's no like ruins or cave systems. It's it's some swamplands, a lot of hilly lands, a lot of old growth forest that's being cleared. But nothing on the map really jumps out as a hot spot.
Is it a large swath of old growth forest that's being cleared?
Yes, a lot of the local industry is based on lumber at this time.
Where is that lumber clearing in relation to where the reservation is?
Oh, it's right up against it.
Huh.
Funny that.
You do see other, as you're leafing through the paper, there's other stories that catch your eye. There's a story about the local Seneca from the reservation accusing loggers of entering reservation land to clear trees illegally. And then for every one story you see about that, there's 3 stories about the illegal alcohol consumption on the reservation, and a lot of slanderous, basically swaying public opinion against the local Seneca, saying that these are all made up charges, that any accusation of illegal gambling is just a smokescreen for bootlegging, that the Seneca have all of these stills hidden on reservation land, and that they're just using their protective status to skirt prohibition. But one name does come to light in these stories. A lawyer named Henry Redjacket, who has filed some of these cases on behalf of the reservation. And he is based out of Newstead, which is the other next town over.
Mm-hmm. That's convenient because that's where Sheriff Collins is located at if we choose to find out more about the unfortunate young man who, he uses air quotes, hung himself.
Okay, so do you want to wait for Kegley to arrive, or do you want to head over to Newstead?
I mean, I figure this probably took like an hour, maybe.
Yeah, he should be arriving soon.
Yeah.
They did open
Grab
the lunch
dinner
counter at
first,
Woolworth's
then
after they
head
cleaned
back.
up all the oatmeal.
Yeah.
So you can grab a quick bite at Woolworth's and still head over.
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys want to do something different.
No, that
That
sounds
makes
good
sense to me.
Oh, that sounds good. While in Woolworths, Butters wants to browse the personal hygiene aisles and pick up things like maybe a wig and some get some school glue and some extra glasses and things like that. So I'm gonna cobble together a disguise kit that I can take with me and possibly.
Did you put any points in disguise?
You bet your bottom dollar I do.
Okay. All right. So you hang out, you buy some supplies at Woolworth's, and
But before we leave, along that vein, inspired by Dudley, I want to pick up some essentially like traveling supplies. So like the 1920s equivalent of like granola bars or Cliff bars or they don't do bottled water then, but like the kind of stuff you would take when you went camping.
Gotcha.
Right, because this is now
Canteen.
2 instances where we have a purported creature or were person specifically going after food.
Well, this is Woolworth, so there is a full complement of camping supplies.
There you go. Yep.
I miss Woolworths.
Maybe a first aid kit or
I'm
two.
old enough to remember when there were still Woolworths in New York.
Well, if they could change shape, Patty, I'm not sure that they would require a first aid kit, but
I ain't talking about for them.
catch your drift. That is a fair point. I will then throw a first aid kit into the cart as well.
Ooh, how about salts? Bait salts. Just kidding.
Apples.
The apples for the deer,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we heard of anything that would indicate an aversion or something that would help with this? No behaviors, aversions or attractions, right?
Nothing that came up in my preliminary research. But I feel like I suspect if the local industry is taking advantage of the local population, the indigenous population, as evidenced by the lawsuits filed by Henry Redjacket, I think perhaps speaking with these. He kind of like puts his hands out. People, I mean, obviously not the indigenous, but the entities, perhaps they can be reasoned with. If they can change shape and steal clothes, I would imagine they could potentially be reasoned with. No reason to go off half-cocked.
We should buy some oats.
He like points at the cart at all the
Okay.
supplies that he threw in there.
What about Silver? Doesn't Silver hurt the werewolf?
I'm not sure if Deer Woman works the same way.
Well, what do you know about Deer Woman?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
God damn it, 93.
Not a lot, apparently.
This is why we need to go to the reservation, guys.
That's right. Maybe they're reverting to gold.
All right, so what's your next move, gentlemen?
We were gonna wait for
Kegley.
the cop.
Okay,
Yep.
so Kegley does come back with a group of like 4 other officers. Kegley is just dressed as if he was hiking. So he's in plain clothes. And the other officers, you see, they've all got like long guns.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. So when they come back from, when they come in the truck, you see that they're all like carrying their rifles back into the police station. And you see a local guy jump out of the back of the truck, and he has a bloodhound.
Ah.
And they're like, "Thanks, Floyd. We'll pick this up tomorrow." And he goes, "Yeah, anytime, Brian." And you see the lead detective's just like holding his temple, and
Oh.
he's
Looks
like,
like a
Any
bear
luck
dog.
hunting?
Yeah.
"What?
Looks like a bear dog there.
You're making conversation?"
Yeah.
The guy says, "No, he's a coonhound."
Okay. Huh. Any luck?
"Not today." And the detective comes over and he says, "Can I help you, miss, gentlemen? It's been a long day. I just really need to get some coffee."
Oh, let's could I buy you a cup of coffee? We have just some questions. We're looking into some stuff that's been going on around here lately, and honestly, we heard about a reward and wanted to see if we could help out.
"Make a persuade check."
Yeah.
I'm going to burn 83 points of the luck to
Yeah. Oh, that's shitty. I'm not burning all that. That's like 60 points, so no. I'm not even sure I have it. 74 on a, yeah.
I see the falter and I just step in even if there's no roll. I'm like, well, we're not trying to step on any toes. We just, we wanted to help out. I know times like these can be stressful. So, we spoke with the McCormick, the McCowans, and, we're interested in helping out where we could.
How's that boy doing?
He didn't look very good. Viv, what do you think? He seemed pretty bad.
Yeah, he's quite bad off, and he's going to be taking a long time to heal.
Yeah, thank God we were in the area. He probably wouldn't have made it if he hadn't been so close, but we were able to get him back into the hospital pretty quickly. I'm just glad that he's doing okay.
Did you see the bear? Like he kind of like bear question mark?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you're going to need to make that persuade check because he's tired and doesn't know if he should even be talking to you guys.
It's a fucking 100.
Ooh.
We're
Wow.
arrested.
I put too much question into bear.
You gotta punish him for 100. You gotta.
Yeah.
Unless he pushes.
Go spectacular.
I'll push it, which still may be terrible because it
Right?
goes worse when you fail.
What was your
push.
persuade?
It's 70.
Okay.
Damn.
No. Oh, wait. Persuade. Oh, not charm. Persuade. Oh, yeah, I'm not
Persuade.
pushing that. It's like 10.
Oh man.
Come on, push it.
Push.
Can I still get a little body language read on when he's talking about how it's so good that he was right there to rescue?
Yes, you make a psychology roll.
Great. Oh no, big fail.
He says,
Guys,
"Well,
we're
I don't
awesome.
mind answering a few questions if you're willing to answer a few questions. Why don't we head inside?"
Absolutely. Let's get you a cup of coffee.
Okay. When he takes you inside, he basically says, "Conference room open?" And they said, "Yeah." They said, "Okay, I'm going to take these gentlemen and this miss inside." He sits all of you down, and they close the door behind you.
Ooh. Great.
And he says, "So, can I get all of your names?" And he takes out his pad.
Cool.
And you give your names.
Yeah, I do.
Patrick
Sure.
McCormick.
Okay, and basically he focuses almost all of his questions on Vivian.
Oh, good.
Like, how long have you been in this area?
Yeah.
Where were you on such and such night? Can you account for your whereabouts?
Oh, yeah.
He says, "If you don't mind me asking, what size shoe do you wear?"
Okay. Yeah, I tell him all accurate information.
Okay. He then says, "Just hold here a minute," and he passes some notes out to the door to a deputy, who like a few minutes, and then they bring in coffee for everyone. And
That's not good. That's not good.
Can I maybe do a credit check?
for what?
For I am a regionally ranked professional boxer after all.
Is it to see if they know
what
who
are we
you
going
are?
for?
I'm trying to I'm trying
He
to
wants
take the heat off of it. If they know me as a boxer,
It's
it
the,
might take
"Do you
a little
know
bit
who
of
I
heat
am"
off
roll?
the situation right now.
They seem to be very focused on her.
Damn it.
And when it comes back, he gets a note and he says, "Well, your alibi checks out, Miss Shaw. You're all free to go. Thank you for answering. Thank you for the interview."
Thank you very much. Is there anything you
Butters-
think that, let us know if we can help out in any way.
Butters
Right.
says, what kind of woman
So,
are you
hold on.
looking for?
Winston and Vivian have failed their persuade checks to get this guy talking. That doesn't mean the two of you can't try.
All right. Butters will try and persuade him. He's trying to he's going to go with the lead of trying to find out what kind of suspect the police are looking for. He
I'd
suspects
be
a
better off
woman.
intimidating him. I don't think that's going to go well.
Not in the police station, in the interrogation room.
Man, I have a 60 in persuade, and I'm still rolling high. So I'm going to spend 12 more luck.
That tank has got to be getting low.
I'm
my
down to
God.
single digits.
Yeah.
God, it
Oh,
took me
well,
several games
so
to get
did
down
you-
to single
Did,
digits.
did,
Good
did
job.
you have a
Campaign.
second concept for a different character in mind? 'Cause maybe you want to start rolling that.
No,
guy
this
up.
is working perfectly.
It's going to be great.
Okay. He basically says that, he confirms that they were not in the area looking for a bear. And he says, I'm going to share some information, and it is not to be shared. And I see that you're, poking around and looking under rocks. So I want to give you my card and the promise that if you come up with any information, you immediately share it with me.
Of course, sir. We're here to help.
He said, we're low on manpower and we can use all the help we can get. Apparently there have been a number of murders and disappearances in the area. And all signs point to it being perpetrated by a woman.
Seems very unusual. Imagine most murderers are male. It does not usually bear out. A woman murdering someone would usually be, an abusive husband, a jilted lover.
Well, 3 people are already dead. 4 others are missing.
Whoa.
We did have two others survive her attacks. One of them died of exposure a day after he was found. The other is, in very bad shape, and he's over in a hospital in Buffalo. The bodies we have found have been very badly mutilated, and the autopsy said that they were killed by some kind of a blood object, possibly a hammer. All signs point to it being a woman luring people into the woods. So we've been patrolling And that's why I was in the area where the McCowans were found. We were tracking this individual.
Guessing that's why you had the coonhound out with you too, right?
Yeah, we haven't been able to pick up anything, but we think that she's in the area.
Is there any kind of shared characteristics of the victim? Does she go after a certain type?
Look, the only witness that we have is out of his fucking mind. And the stories he's giving don't make any sense, but he is saying it was a Native American woman. If this gets out that there's a Native American woman killing people, luring men into the woods and then bludgeoning them with a hammer, we're going to have a race riot on our hands. It's already a powder keg with all of the back and forth about illegal liquor and, logging on reservation land. It's just a fucking mess. I'm just trying to keep people from getting killed out here and keep a powder keg, keep a lid on the situation. But it is getting more and more volatile. Now we're there are rumors and there are whispers, but we are keeping this out of the paper. And he says, "Do you understand, Mr. Butterfield? We are keeping this out of the paper."
Absolutely.
He says,
Definitely
and keep
not.
in mind, I do have your information.
Of course, sir. Of course, I would certainly wait until after the killer's been caught before putting it into any kind of paperwork.
He says, I promise that if you help the investigation in any way, I will give you a complete interview of the details once this case is closed. But I would not be looking for possibly a rabid bear in the woods when there's a murderer out there in the woods luring people and doing God knows what.
How long has this been going on for?
About 2 weeks now.
Has anything changed in this in your local situation here that's perhaps escalated relations with the indigenous population on the reservation, or an incident in town, perhaps?
Sure, the botched arrest of Sheriff Collins over in Newstead with that kid hanging himself. That didn't help things.
Yes, I did see that in the paper.
Look, I don't know what goes on over there, but it's... Anyway, just take my advice and just stay out of it. But the impression I'm getting from some of you is that you're not as bright as you like to think yourselves are. So I'm betting you're probably going to stick around. So just try and not get yourselves killed or have anyone else killed.
I'll do my best.
Sheriff Collins, what's your take on him? Is he a good guy?
He takes a long drag of a cigarette.
Psychology. Oh yeah, 26. That's going to be, I think, a hard pass. Nope. I will spend 1 point to make it a hard pass.
He says, let's just say I don't like the way he runs his department.
Understood.
And the look he is giving, the body language, is one of just contempt.
Okay. Good to know that beforehand if we go over there.
Butters pulls out the map, the region map, and folds it out to show the forested area. Oak. What was it? Oak. I was gonna say grove, but
You're breaking up quite a bit.
oh, sorry, I was probably too far away from the mic. But Butters pulls out the map and spreads it out and says, "Can you show us where were the areas of the incidents of the murders? I'm just curious on where they might have happened."
He stares at you long and hard. He says, "I don't know where the murders happened, but and I don't want to share where the bodies were found. I can't have it risk having details of an active investigation leaked." He said, "But it's safe to say it's all taking place between here and Newstead, jutting up against the reservation lands."
Okay. Looking around, oh no, we're in an interview room. Never mind.
He does say, "Now, if I share a piece of information, would you be willing to act as a go-between?"
Absolutely.
Go between what?
He says, "None of the Seneca are going to talk to the authorities. But I do think that they're connected in some way. So if I give you the names of the people who went missing, including the one who survived, I would need you to have a conversation with this lawyer and report back what you find out for me."
I mean, as long as you aren't asking us to break some client-lawyer confidentiality or nothing like that, are you?
Whatever he tells you, you can tell me. Yeah.
You got it, Chief.
I'm not your lawyer.
You can count on us.
I squint and look at
Yeah,
Patrick.
ditto.
Yeah. I mean, we were going to talk to him anyway, so we can.
He says,
can approach-
I just need to know if this person is hiding on the reservation. We've been trying to nail them down, and it's just elusive. I don't want to send troops. I don't want to send my officers onto the reservation looking for this murderer. And I've had dealings with the locals. They're not bad people. I think all of this talk about alcohol is overblown. I'm sure that they don't want to be harboring a fugitive, but we can't have that conversation. But you, as outsiders, maybe you can.
We can do that.
Like, I'm just trying to keep the peace. His name's Henry Redracket. He's over in, he's over in, was it
Newstead.
Newstead. So we got a deal?
Yes.
Got it, Chief.
Okay. He gives you the following names.
Okay.
The people who are missing are Marvin White, Russell Whitsley, and Frank Buss. The people who are dead, who they've found unidentified their bodies, are Thomas Canton, Deputy Paul Patzer, and Deputy Leroy Flatt. The one who survived and died quickly after was Harold Morris. And the only one you're going to be able to speak to is Billy Gazer. Billy's over in, he's currently enjoying a nice warm bed. Hold on.
You said he was in a Buffalo hospital.
Buffalo.
I thought you said.
Yes, I just gotta. Oh, yeah, Buffalo State Asylum for the Insane.
God damn it.
Cheeky.
All right.
He says, "So look, you help me, I'll help you. I've already given you some leads I can't follow. I'm hoping that we can work together to get this resolved."
We would like nothing more.
I look forward to our exclusive interview.
He winces. So if you don't mind, miss, gentlemen, I'll take my leave. I've had a long day, and I've got another long day set up for tomorrow.
We appreciate your time.
Okay, it is now evening, so you'll have to find some place to stay in Pembroke.
Yeah. So yeah, when we're walking out, either that or when we're in the car, so my dad used to tell me stories about these protectors back home. These laddies. They're called the Banderai. They were these women that lived in the woods and protected the animals, protected the spirits and stuff. Maybe something along those lines living around here too.
I would like to take a ride over to the library tomorrow to see if we can do any additional research on local indigenous folklore, as well as talking to Mr. Red Jacket. He may be able to shed some light on this. It does sound like it could be a similar mythology.
Okay, so we're going to start wrapping it up, but I just want to do a little bit more. We're going to say that you guys get a room for the night. Boarding house that has breakfast costs you, 85 cents. And the next morning you can all go to the library and spend, the morning there doing whatever research you would like. Now you have some information, so you can, try and get information on several different things. So if you want to spend some time in the library, tell me what you want to research and make your roll.
I would like to look up, obviously, the indigenous stories about, specifically about the deer woman, if she has any, paramour, or, as Patrick suggested, if there was any, protector spirits of the forest, like that kind of stuff.
Okay, so you're going to be... Okay, so roll that and let me know what you come up with.
So, 60 on the button.
Okay. As for, Native American forest protectors, you don't really find too much. But I will tell you, you do find a little bit of information about the deer woman.
Okay.
Since that seems to be prominent in a lot of these clues.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me 1 second.
Like he's got piles of books stacked up all around him. Some of them are open, books inside books holding up pages.
Okay, so you find stories of a creature called the Deer Lady or Deer Woman, said to be a spirit of vengeance against those who have harmed women and children.
Mm-hmm.
Can appear as a deer or a woman of great beauty, but with the lower legs and hooves of a deer. But she's not indigenous to the local folklore. Deer women are only native to the southern states and the Great Plains. So a deer woman is not something that appears in Seneca mythology.
Okay.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to research? Butters is not adept at book learning and book research. So while others may be doing that, he's going to kind of walk through this downtown area, or through some of the area, not necessarily downtown. He's looking to see if there's any hobo signs and see if there's any travelers that he could talk to, see if they've got any.
Okay, there unfortunately there are not. But you canvass the town, and you can rule out any kind of hobo involvement.
Okay. I was trying
Patty
to see
or
if
Vivian
had any rumors or anything that they've picked up.
Makes sense. I mean, it was a good check. Yeah.
I'd like to take a medical research angle. Even though medical records wouldn't be here, epidemiology of the area might, looking for attacks, history of things like this happening in the past. The other thing is, if we can be in parallel, hearing what Winston heard, to look at incidents on the reservation involving children and violence to children and women.
Of course, the most recent case, and the case that is in all of the papers, is the rape and murder.
That's right.
Of Janet Heron. She was 14.
Now, the paper said that both people were minors, right?
Her cousin David Jemison, who was, apparently had signed a confession as to being her murderer. He was only 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, signed a confession.
And then promptly hanged himself.
Well, which doesn't mean that he didn't do it, but if she found out about it, forced him to confess, and then remedied the situation.
Her methods seem a little more blunt.
Maybe it's a shame.
Maybe it's the sheriff.
Yeah. Something's not adding up entirely.
As for your checking to see if there was any medical history of attacks or strange wounds that won't heal, you don't find anything in the in the paper or the local records. Patty, did you want to do anything with this morning?
Honestly, I was probably just gonna, when Butters said that he wanted to wander about town, I was just gonna kind of stay his left side just so that he doesn't get into trouble. So I was gonna kind of just follow him around and make sure, no scraps happened.
I need both of you to make a spot hidden check.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's a hard success.
Hard success.
Nice.
Yeah. We spot stuff good.
Did you ever get the feeling you were being watched?
All the time.
And now I need dice.
Uh-oh.
Should I spend 13 luck to make it an extreme so I can find the person that's...
What? Okay. And you made a hard success?
We both made hard.
You both made hard.
Yeah. Would it
So is
make
that
sense
like an
to make it
extreme?
extreme?
I can't
That's
tell you what'll make sense or not.
it's a yes if we're voting. Yes for me.
You're not there. You're at the library.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it extreme.
They're hunting hobos. This is important.
I'm gonna spend the luck to make it extreme.
Are you now? Okay.
So it begins.
Okay.
What's-
Join me.
Yeah, Dudley started
those
that
of
like
you
2
who don't
hours
know,
ago.
Jesse has a horrible habit of burning through luck like it was a fucking fire sale.
To be fair, he almost
my
died.
character in our other campaign has 7 luck.
I have 8 right now, so yeah.
Hey, there you
You
go.
haven't even finished one adventure. So an extreme success is what? Under 20%? Like 1/5?
1/5.
1/5, yeah.
Okay, did this individual make an extreme success? She actually did.
God damn it.
So you feel like you're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you feel like you're being watched, and you're just looking around, and it's like you just can't pinpoint anything.
Feeling where the hair is sticking up on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
My
I
mom
think
calls
maybe
them the
we.
willies.
I think maybe we want to head down this way, and I want to kind of go like around a corner, maybe onto like a side street or like an alley.
Look at that dark
and
alley.
see if maybe we can ambush the person that's following us,
Okay, so
or at
you
least
duck,
get a spot on them.
you duck down an alley, and I need. Oh God, this is gonna suck. Dudley, I need you to roll luck.
Ah, perfect. That's how that works.
Yeah, my luck is an 8, and I rolled an 86, so not close. No.
Oh, there's
But
an 8
there's
in
an
there.
8 in it.
And it's 7. Technically, you're lucky.
Okay, so Patty, you duck down this alley, and you're like, I think if we circle around, we can try and ambush this person. I need you to make a listen check, and I'll need a hard success.
Just Patty?
Just Patty.
Oh God, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Not even a regular success, just to let you know. It's the cauliflower ears. It's hard to hear stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Dudley, I need you to make a POW check. And this will be opposed POW, so I'll be rolling as well.
Okay.
Suspend 8 luck.
No, if I was to spend 8 luck, it still won't get me out of the 90s.
Oh,
I rolled a 99.
Okay. Believe it or not, I rolled a 95 and failed.
Nice.
So you guys are at like an impasse. You hear a whisper of someone, and it basically like from up the block and says, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a light?" And you turn and you see like this beautiful woman in a long skirt and a jacket with high boots from like up the block, and you are absolutely captivated by her. But something is off. It's like you can feel like drawn to her, and like all the hair on the back of your neck like stands up. And you realize someone's trying to put the whammy on you, and it failed. It's like from your experience with the rat thing, you realize someone almost, stole your will away from you. Like you feel like just cold sweat like pouring down your back, like just and your hands are almost shaking.
But
Like you
Butters
just
is
feel
patting.
like energy being drawn out of you.
Yeah, Butters is patting his trench coat, and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't. My mom won't let me smoke.
Patty, you hear Butters muttering something incoherently from like right around the corner.
And I'll go, hey, Butters, you coming? And I'll walk back to.
Good luck finding that light.
Okay. You kind of come around the corners. Butters is. You need to make a sand check.
I am successful.
Okay. You don't lose any sand, but you're like he appears visibly shaken. And as you turn towards Patty, and turns back up the block, she's kind of wandered into the crowd, and you've lost sight of her. But it was clearly not a Caucasian woman. Like long dark hair, like very long dark hair, that classic nose. So this was definitely a Native American woman dressed in clothes. They might have been from Woolworths. You're not sure, but you've lost sight of her. And with that, I think we can break. It's 11:20, and some of us have to be at school tomorrow.
Yep. Cool. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that for sure. We want to thank everybody for checking it out. We've got some returning folks. So Chad, it was a pleasure to see you again. You have anything you'd like to plug, share, or mention?
Oh goodness, no. You know what I want to plug is friendship. Just the concept.
Friendship is magic. Yep.
John, it's really expensive right now.
Right. I do want to say, John, it was just so good to spend time with you and meet up after so long and get to be in a play space together. I love it.
And I really can't wait to see what John's going to play next week. Because this character probably won't last the first half hour. Jesus.
Hey, you know what? My character has made it like a dozen sessions with single-digit luck. You'll be fine. I'm
gonna be good.
Luck means nothing
until you need it.
And I do call for luck rolls a lot. These guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as long as you can deal with the outcome, then you're fine.
All right, John. It was nice to have you on as well. Back from our what was it? The Star. What the hell was the name of that campaign? Star Frontiers. Back when we played Star Frontiers.
Oh my god. That was before COVID. For fuck's
so
sake.
Long ago. Do you have anything to plug, share, or mention? I know you have a podcast as well.
I'm on the Modern Mythos podcast with Seth Swarkowski, and so yeah, come and check us out. We're in our third year and enjoying it. It's a lot of fun.
Sweet. There's a link in the show notes as well for that. If you haven't checked it out, I suggest that you do. Oscar, what's going on over at Gold Goblin?
We are hopefully finishing up layout on the Legacy of Arya Slurko. We have our last few pieces of art and maps coming in. Layout's been underway. We're hoping to wrap that up before the end of the year. We would have liked to have this out 2 years ago, but what could you do? Other than that, we are gearing up for the 2020, and I mean our team is gearing up for the 2026 convention season. I will be running games at TotalCon. The entire team will be running games at Rising Phoenix, both in Massachusetts, and the Long Island Tabletop Game Convention on Long Island. And hopefully, if the stars go right, we will all be at Necronomicon as well.
Hell yeah.
And we will be debuting our brand new investigator adventure trackers, so people can start keeping track of all of the Golden Goblin press rounds that they've run. both for Invictus and 1920s. And we have set the precedent that if you can survive 10 adventures with running the same investigator, you get a special gift. And that was basically a scenario written for that character's retirement. So if you can survive 10 adventures, I will write an adventure number 11 specifically to kill you. And then your character is officially retired. You're never allowed to play them again in one of our con rounds. And if people think it is impossible, we have one person who did it last year, and we have 2 people who may do it this year. One I think is on their 7th adventure, and one is on their 8th adventure. All for Invictus. I don't think anybody's come close for 1920s, but now that we have the trackers, I hope some people will take that as a challenge.
Nice.
And they're super cool. Artwork by Ruben Dodd, designed by Mark Shireman. So we're super, super happy. You can check that out on, you can see a preview of that on the Golden Goblin Press Facebook page, and we'll be posting it on our Instagram hopefully soon.
Nice. All right, Jesse, you got anything to plug, share, or mention?
No, I'm finally moving on to artwork for runners, and the cover took me 5 years to make. So the book will probably release in about 60 or 70 years. So
Nice.
Welcome
to
to
playing the same characters.
Right.
It's your busy season, I bet.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have our Patreon up if you'd like to support the podcast. You throw a couple of oddly shaped yellowish gold pieces in the coffers. We won't ask where that came from. We have our T-shirts available. If you would like to buy a Resist T-shirt, I have mine on tonight. Lots of guillotines. Support your LGBTQTIA folks. Everything sucks right now. T-shirts don't change yet, but we are donating proceeds from anything in the TeePublic store, link in the show notes, to all those different causes. So if you want to do that, cool. I enjoy wearing mine out, especially on days where I go shopping at the senior day at the grocery store. Sometimes get dirty looks for that. I enjoy that a lot. Fuck you. Anyway. We have T-shirts available.
Breathe, John. Breathe.
Yeah. I don't want to get all fucking worked up. I always forget to mention, but we do have a link for all the core stuff that's available over on Drive-Thru. Core Cthulhu, the original version, first version, version 1, is available on there. In theory, I'm working on a complete rewrite for that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But there's some other stuff on there as well if you want to pick that up. Most of it's free, I think. Monster Hunt's free. Core
it's
Cthulhu's
all
free.
pay what you want.
Yeah, the core micro rules themselves are free. So if you want to check that out as well, it's a fun little system. Ratings and reviews on iTunes or whatever your podcatcher of choice is. Dubiously helpful, but we appreciate it if you do that. And thanks for watching. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. We hope you enjoy it. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.